me every day. Sit on a seat and I dream myself away. I dream I'm on an island with that foxy lady too. But when I awaken, I must be mistaken. I'm on 3rd Avenue. Won't you take me away and take away me? Won't you take me away and take away me? Yeah.
There should be a lot of smoke down here.
Alright, get off the bus.
You're wild, man! Wild!
That's insane. You're stupid.
Huh?
You should sleep late, man. It's just much easier on your constitution.
That's right, that's right! Welcome back. Welcome back to the Unfiltered and Unaffected show. I'm your host, Tree. This is my buddy, Trevor.
Sidekick.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's how it's going today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's your show?
Well, because this asshole's been up 24 hours straight. Oh, here we go. All right, I'll have Abby sit over here, man, because she's a lot better looking. That's
I'm just going to be a guest on my own show today.
That's hot.
Welcome to the show. Well, you got to give me something.
No, you got this, right?
Shit, man.
Dude, we're having a total meltdown here.
We got a
total meltdown.
We got a great start to the show today. Christopher Thomas is back in the producer's booth with us this morning. And it's hot as shit down here.
Not yet, it's not.
Man.
Because we got some cool guests, too.
We got some fantastic guests joining us today. Miss Abby Alt.
Hi, guys.
Comedian extraordinaire. She's got a fantastic, fairly new show, Strip Down.
It's not actually my show. I just perform on
She
it.
performs on it.
Yeah,
So there's no stripping involved, though?
Oh, there's...
From you personally?
If my jokes aren't funny, then I have to take off my clothes. So,
Nice.
yeah.
All right, we like that. Miss Abby also says once again Dave Shull from Dave Shull Designs joining us again. Just refer to him as our new Ed McMahon.
What about me?
And then there's this guy in the middle. I'm not really sure who this cat is. He's missing eyebrows. Apparently got in a shaving incident earlier today. No, this is the man of the hour, the guy that makes this all happen for all of us and gets these fantastic people in here to come talk to you guys every day.
Oh, me? Thanks for welcoming me to the show.
Man, welcome back. Welcome back.
So we took last Friday off because it was the 4th of July.
We were exerting our independence.
And we had all of the intentions in the world of coming back with the most fantastic, well-produced, super creative, content-filled show possible.
Well, but we came up with this shit today instead.
Yeah. we have Abby Alt, Dave Shull hanging out.
There's no reflection on our current guest.
Thank you. Thank you.
Later on today, Charlie Schubert from Tattooed Strings. Charlie also has an independent acoustic project that he runs every once in a while.
Oh, nice.
He's going to bring a guitar and hang out with us in Studio B over there.
Beautiful.
And we are going to have a phone interview with Robbie Knievel.
Very excited to talk to the legendary Robbie Knievel, son of the great Evel Knievel. May he rest in peace.
Or Pieces.
Pieces, yeah.
Yeah, he was the godfather of Daredevils and paved the way for many, including his son Robbie, who has done such fantastic jumps as Over the Grand Canyon, Caesar's Palace. We'll be talking to him on the phone. He's actually on a bus traveling right now. And then we're also going to be talking to him about Evil Knievel Days in Butte, Montana, which comes July 24th through the 26th. And it's a giant Daredevil festival. They got guys like Matt Hoffman are going to be there, all kinds of sick guys. But we're also going to be talking to Levi Kamikaze Kid Troutman. He will be Skyping in a little later today, as well as Mini Mad Mike Cook.
By Mini,
he is.
He's Mini.
This guy's not Mini though.
And
this
he's a
guy's
stuntman.
larger than life, man. And so we're excited to have those guys joining us.
They're
a little
both
later.
performing at.
They're going to be at the Evil Knievel Days
Knievel
this
Days,
year,
yeah.
and really exciting. So yeah, any of you guys get an opportunity to check
I know
out that.
Levi through social media. We've met and had several conversations. Not like just he's on my friends list. Like the rest of the city. He's actually, I became friends with him through our good friend Andy Canto from Easy Street Discount Custom Design.
What up, Andy?
Used cars.
One of the 5
appliances.
people that watches this show every Friday.
Yeah. Anyway, he hooked us up, and so Levi and I have been friends for a while, and I've been following Levi, and he's crazy.
Oh, this dude's crazy.
Levi
he breathes
breathes
fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he does a million other stunts.
And he wrecks cars into other cars.
That's awesome.
And lights himself on
big
fire.
cojones to try some shit.
Lately,
like
I think
that.
he's been on this kick where he lights himself on fire a lot.
Nice. He did say that he was going to be working on, since we were Skyping, he was adamant about making sure he got his mohawk right this morning. So I think he's working on that right
Dave
now.
used to have a mohawk for a long time.
Yeah.
It has to be on point, man.
If it's a little crooked, you just got to start over.
If I have one hair sticking out, it's gone.
I'd be bald.
Yeah.
So, what did you do? It's been a couple weeks since I've seen you, brother, and
Yeah.
it sounds like you've had a pretty busy adventures with the wife and getting
yep.
out there doing a few things.
Last week, we try to get out and do healthy things more often.
Right.
As Chris is over there chowing down.
Is that an edible?
It's
our
a
producer getting his
metrics
Nutri-Grain
bar.
on.
Metrics bar, a
This is the part-
32-ounce iced coffee.
This is the part of the show where I complain about going to sleep at 4 a.m. and being here and not getting an email from Tree, like the usual. So
Yeah, I didn't get there early enough today.
So Kristen and I try to live a little bit more of the Colorado outdoor healthy lifestyle. We get out and we do a lot of things. So we put up a list of like 20, 25 things that we're going to try to hit this summer that are all outdoors, hikes, or places you have
in the
to see.
Subaru.
In the Subaru.
You would think we'd own a Subaru by now.
Right?
She works at Subaru. She's in the Subaru commercial. I wear like Subaru shirts all the time to train, and people think that Subaru's yeah, but I'm not. So anyway, we put this list up, and we picked the first one off the list, which was down west of Sedalia, Colorado, which is about an hour and 20 minutes south and west of the Denver metro area.
Right.
We went to this hike in, I can't remember the forest it's in. Pikes Peak National Forest? It's in one of the national forests. Anyway, the hike is called...
Just,
I don't know, there's a lot of trees.
There's a mountain and
There's
trees.
a river available somewhere.
The hike was called Devil's Head Fire Lookout. And what it is a fire lookout that was built by the forestry department because it's on top of this huge, you got to hike up like 1.5 miles, and then you go up these stairs that are ridiculous, and you can see for 100 miles in all directions.
That's awesome.
So it's the forestry department goes with their binoculars and scans around for forest fires in those areas that are uninhabited so that they can catch them before we lose the state.
Right.
I did make a video for it. It's probably like 4 or 5 minutes long. I videoed most of the hike and the stairs, and then I just sped it up.
Let's show the people.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Not that one, Chris.
Yeah.
More Chris.
It's the Chris Thomas Show.
Jeez, dude.
It's a great hike, though. I mean,
we gotta cruise with you on a couple of these
the
now.
view on the whole hike is just friggin' Yeah, there's a full trail. There's some. It's 1.5 miles in, just under 1.5 miles in, and in is all uphill, like no joke.
You got him.
The first 300 yards, I thought my lungs were going to
Oh, I
explode.
bet, man.
But then you start to acclimate, and
Yeah.
it's cool. The rest of the way up, there's just awesome views the whole way. The trail, it's probably moderate, definitely not advanced, but not like
Not easy.
not easy, not like easy.
You take Jake up there?
Yeah, Jake is with us.
Awesome.
He loved it.
Did you have John Tesh on your iPod, or was that just something that you added
Is that
to
John
the video?
Tesh?
It sounds like it.
Actually, I have been battling with YouTube a lot recently, and so I found a site that was royalty-free music, for background music for videos because they keep jacking me on every time I use any of
It's
this.
very soothing.
That's because this is
It's like
It's very much
the
like
outdoor
a
channel.
Subaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Right,
very
right?
Subaru.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Flatiron
Yeah.
Subaru in Boulder, right off of Arapahoe.
Where you can see your lovely wife.
You took the kids?
No.
Just a date, huh?
Yeah, this was just her and I, and Jake the one dog.
You guys see any wildlife up there?
There were some chipmunks.
What about Sasquatches? No Sasquatches?
We got Sasquatch.
There was a big
in
bitch with
studio
a mustache.
today.
Does that count as a Sasquatch?
Please
Oh,
stay
I
on the
love
trail.
my wife.
Yeah. I take more pictures of her than me.
Nice
Yeah,
reminder.
I know
For
that.
obvious reasons. Well, the trail is full of switchbacks, and the trail was built by the forestry department, but a lot of people try to cut the switchbacks, and so they're cutting different trails in, which then causes erosion problems from the rain.
Sure.
So look at that. This is the part.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like 145, 150 steps.
Did you run up there?
I may have moved quickly.
I was hoping for like a Rocky moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Is this on your little
It's on my
handheld?
phone.
This is your phone?
Yeah, I was holding my phone the whole time.
Nice.
Now just like this next landing,
Wait for it.
a big piece of view, and then on the top is just
Wait for it. Here it
it's
comes.
a lot of stairs.
How long did you say this hike was? About an hour and a half?
We were in and out in an hour and a half.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah, but we don't.
Nothing
We're
like
no
your
joke
sex
on
life.
No, way longer than my sex. Like that's a month worth of sex.
Beautiful.
Isn't that so awesome?
So is this like towards the like Deckers area? Like west of Sedalia?
I would think
Yeah,
so. if
yeah.
it's,
It's up in that area
Look
where
at
they have
that.
all the dirt bike trails for the guys
Okay.
by Deckers. It's right way. There's Jake. Look it up.
Oh, if Big Boy can make it up there, I can make it up there. Right?
Yep.
Oh, there's an actual.
Do you zip
Yeah,
line?
there's an actual
Can you
lookout.
zip line down?
They should put a zip line.
Yeah, that guy was pretty big, man. They might have like
He was
a,
husky.
Did they have like a helicopter pad up there?
There's
Right?
another trail that you can park right at the bottom of the stairs. No, I'm just kidding.
See, now big props to the guys that hauled all that wood up there and built that son of a bitch.
I would say helicopter drive. Look at this, dude. 100 miles. of
Wow.
sea.
That's awesome.
Is that crazy?
That's awesome.
Look how high up you are. Just hanging off the edge of the.
Yeah, let us know when you're doing your next one, dude.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I don't know if you need to go to advanced or anything. My first one up. but-
Maybe stick it moderate.
Yeah. Maybe we can take something light, you know?
Isn't that view just insane? Of course we took selfies.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be complete if there wasn't a
Yeah,
selfie.
you have
Right?
to do selfies.
Watch that. I went down so fast. That part's really sketch.
Looks
Yeah, it
sketch.
looks sketchy.
And that fence right there is pretty sketch
Barely
too.
hanging on.
Yeah, and you can, I mean, that's like straight down to the bottom of the stairs
Oh, wow.
over that edge.
Like, we're gonna put up this chain link fence with a couple of.
I smoke way too much to do this.
Yeah.
I drink way too much whiskey. I smoke
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Seriously,
Like, I would die.
It's so awesome.
We
though.
did a hike. We did that hike out just outside Boulder. I can't remember the place now. A memorial hike about 2 weeks ago for a friend, and it was a short one. Yeah, I'm a smoker too. They just killed me.
Have you done Hanging Lake yet?
That's one.
That's one
is
on our list. We're probably
is
going to do that in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to do that one.
Except you can't swim in Hanging Lake.
No, you can't.
No,
But
but
it's
so
cool.
pretty.
But you can
Yeah.
walk by the falls, though,
Then you can actually go in to the falls, but it's really
which is no different than swimming in the lake
it's beautiful.
because the water that's
Yeah, it's all
cascading
connected.
over your head.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that one would be a fun hike.
Maybe that too has something to do with messing with the environment.
It does. Yeah, something about the ecology of it all. Anyway, that was Devil's Head Fire Lookout.
Very nice.
Highly recommended hike. It's
Right
you could easily spend 3 hours on that hike, and just mosey, because there's several spots where you can kind of walk off the trail over to, and the views are just insane.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Kristen somewhat hates hiking with me only because I think of hiking as a competition
And she just wants to look and
and not a
walk, right?
recreation. She's like, it's just
Oh, look at the flowers.
How can you hike competitively?
Yeah.
everything I do.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if I go hiking with you, you'll win.
So don't even.
I'm a guy that just likes to cruise.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put the harness on?
Check out the
and we'll put a rope.
bluebirds and the chipmunks and shit.
We'll put a harness on with the bungee cord on my back, and we'll put it onto your chest, and that way,
Yeah.
I'll go hard, and it'll give you some help on the
Oh,
way
we'll
up.
go hard.
See, yeah, I would have
Yeah.
stopped. I mean, that's much like kind of like when I'm skiing. As soon as I get to the top, I'm not in a hurry to get down to the bottom again. First thing I want to do is stop,
Smoke a
get the
bowl.
lunch out, smoke a bowl, maybe get into the liquor pack there and have a couple sips. But yeah,
See, none of those things.
The kids and I have done hikes this summer, but we do like the small ones in Castle Rock and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like go up there and it's not too crazy. We get up there. I do have video of that too, but we'll have to
Cut
bust
it in.
that out. So,
Yeah.
we'll get that.
So we'll do another hike. Maybe even we might sneak one off this weekend, off that list. I found the Facebook links of
Yeah.
oh, you got to see these
Yeah.
places. We went through a couple of those different links and found like 25 or 30 places that we're going to try to hit
Wow.
all this summer,
That's
all the way
awesome.
down to Table Mesa or Mesa Verde.
Right.
See, I've never been there, and I
wanna
really
see it.
want to go. Yeah.
And I think those places were built for people my size.
I think so. It's perfect.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, the pygmies were a much smaller
Small.
species back in the day. So
yeah. So that was interesting. Also, things that happened while we were on break. My very good friend SP Double, who is a local hip hop artist, and I can't say local. The dude's everywhere. Atlanta, LA,
worldwide.
Yeah, I mean he's huge. He's working with Dr. Dre and Focus.
Wow.
So I can't say local hip hop artist, but he is based out of Denver.
Right.
He filmed a music video, or we filmed a music video. Like the next day. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, because we had the kids. The kids came and watched a little bit of the shoot. So in 6 days, filmed, edited, produced, and posted an entire
I watched that video.
two-sided
It's a good
music video. And the cool thing about it is he went back old school when there was like A-side, B-side,
Right.
and he took two different tracks off the new album that just dropped on Tuesday and took half of one song and half of another song and made two music videos out of half, the half of each song, and then seamed them together, with a transition. So it's like A-side, B-side. Here's the
Awesome.
slow one, here's the
Oh,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, he invited Kristen to come down, and the second half of the song is kind of rocked out, so he wanted a band in it.
Hell yeah.
So Kristen is playing drums in
Cool.
the video, and if you pay really close attention, of course, the king of cameos.
Of course.
I am in so
Pay
many
attention.
music-
We probably don't have to. It's probably just a big selfie.
but let's check it out.
Hell yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, this is a good video.
why I thought I could do this
I like the song.
for so
Yeah, he's-
long. All these
Very talented.
rules
I was buying this guy's CDs off the streets of Denver like 10
without
years ago.
you.
Been around for a long time.
I should find my home.
Man, I'm stressing. Need to get out this hump. Take my feet and get out these streets without no reason. Pick it up. I see the blessings. Believe I won't give up. Take the reach and touch my people. Time to leave and live it up.
Let's hear
Oh,
it
lace the
now.
kicks up and lift up. Falling deep in the vibe. Close my eyes up and drift off. Seeing my life. Monster accomplishments. Rocking through awkward compliments. All the consequence of a servant's heart with a lot to give. Haters started showing love. Speaking with decency. Started seeing hate from people supposed to believe in me. That's why sometimes I don't answer my phone for all of you. Stuck in solitude alone, no bother acknowledging. Getting my rep up and it's feeling like yesterday. Ay, building a legacy. Ay, investors message prepping to bless us. Meanwhile, locals stay fronting, calling the bluffs. It's all because I'm trying to take Denver from nothing to something. Looking back,
video as it's
weren't
going,
ready to touch that stage. Remember my mama's face when she saw the XXL page. Couldn't see the next level, so we had to build it. Didn't want us to prosper, but now they gotta deal with it. See, yo.
The dude's been had a feature in XL magazine. He's been.
Why I
I mean,
thought
when Dr. Dre announced that he sold Gates to Apple, if you look in the pictures,
for so long.
Man, I'm stressing. Need to get out this hump. Take my feet and get out these streets without no reason. Pick it up. I see the blessings. I won't give up. Take the reach and touch my people. Time to leave and live it up. SP double. Let's go. MP, bring 'em out. MCs, bring 'em out. M4, bring 'em out. MD, think about. I am a Mac 11. Blah 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 blah. Die in the head of 7. Cha 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 cha. Let's go. Unapologetic, indebted, and none. I'll pop up on you and get it. You run, I rock the doctors and medics. Yeah, options are shredded, pathetic, they're alphabetical. I'm prepared for this weapon, for conceptual confessional. This is that David versus Goliath triumph. They try and lie and hire sire. I swipe them between the eyelids. The violence and firefighting. They call me Viking and lines. I'm too tired to tire and swing as I ignite it. The dire desire to dominate and rewire and violate and fry empires of the Pied Piper. By my side, the pipe to climb the pike could deprive life and clash with titans. Blow your sight and slice into your iris. Let's go.
And dig a ditch deep, drop 'em in the lake. Hit the plank and make 'em mince meat. Fear is under faith. Elevate, let's make this history. Colorado's SP. If you got a problem, we gon' probably get the MP.
Bring 'em out. MCs, bring 'em out. M4, bring 'em out. MD, think about. I am a Mac 11. Blah 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 blah. Die in the head of 7. Cha 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 cha. MP, bring 'em out. MCs, bring 'em out. M4, bring 'em out. MD, think about. I am a Mac 11. Blah 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 blah. Die in the head of 7. Cha 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 cha.
It's an invasion.
So,
Nice.
I need to get Turner in here.
SP Double.
SP Double's new video. The album dropped on Tuesday. It's free. Download is free right now.
Wow.
The whole album, and it's good.
Get it while
If
you
you're
can.
if you're an old hip hop head, I don't care if you're a rock fan like me. My phone is full of like everything from James Taylor to like Black Sabbath to
James Brown.
James Brown. Yeah, I mean everything. But I think all of us in this generation go back to hip hop with a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
Hip hop,
absolutely.
hip hop, or the like pop punk stuff like Blink 182.
Yeah.
I think all of that stuff molded a lot of our musical tastes. So
To a
SP
degree, yeah.
sound, SP
Sure.
sound definitely lends to our generation's hip hop feel.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I dig it too.
So anyway,
for
the
sure,
album
shit.
is available for download now. Just SP Double on Facebook. Also, I think his website is just spdouble.com. Or it might be SP Double Music. I can't remember. But check it out. The album is free for download right now. I download the whole thing and listen through it. And Focus is on it,
That's
who is
awesome.
one of Dre's like right-hand men.
Oh yeah.
Who else is on it? Maybe Royce the 5'9's on it.
Oh, shit.
There's a bunch
Ah.
of features and stuff on it. But his last album was him and Royce the 5'9 and Focus, and this one is kind of moving in the same direction. It's great though. So check that out. Did I do anything else cool?
Fireworks.
I didn't.
San Diego fireworks.
Oh,
Talk about that.
okay.
Right?
So I live in Thornton, and we weren't going to go to the fireworks, but we decided to ride our bikes over because we could see the cars, like traffic everywhere.
Yeah.
So we rode our bikes, and from my house to the fireworks was like 8 minutes on a bike. It was so awesome. We got there, laid out a blanket, watched the fireworks, and then obviously right when the finale starts, everybody gets up to leave because they want to be the first one in their car to get out. We sat there and watched the whole fireworks. Got done, folded up our blanket, nice and easy, threw it in the backpack, got on our bikes, and there were people just stacked. Cars, couldn't get anywhere. We just rode our little bike. We were home in like 7 minutes.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And watching the traffic for another 50 minutes
Yeah.
from our patio.
That's crazy.
It was
Yeah,
so great.
absolutely.
But my big thing with the fireworks is this. Everything advances. Everything in the world. Telephones, cellular phones. You remember the big brick phone from Saved by the
Fucking
Bell?
pagers.
Hell yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
from
I
pagers,
hate it.
everything
Yeah, I do,
everything
yeah.
has moved forward. Technology, computers. I mean, a computer used to take up a room bigger than this. Now, I mean, your laptop is ready to go. It's this big. A tablet. Your phone is better than any computer that was made in here. Fireworks are the fucking same.
Yeah, they don't change.
Is that weird?
Well, the only
Is that
thing they
weird to
do
anybody
now,
else?
the
Well,
only
it's
thing they do
exploding.
now
They've
is they
been
throw in
since
this
back
like
then.
every once in a while, boom, there's a happy face, or
Yeah, but
boom,
that's
there's a
shit they
heart.
could do
But that's
before, I
that's
think.
about it.
Yeah.
But there's no
Nothing has-
advancement.
Have you Googled like original fireworks? Like somebody
Like
looked this up?
1776
Yeah, like, I feel
and
like fireworks
when
have
we
gotten
actually-
better.
No, they're the
declared
same.
our
It lights
first
off, it goes
independence.
up, and it's not. I mean, it's
Well, I'm from New York, and Grucci does a firework, and I was there for like the the big one that it was like the Centennial or whatever, and it was incredible. They put them out on a barge, like in the Hudson.
Yeah,
was
but
nice.
when they light them, they go up in the sky and they do the same thing that they've done your entire life.
Well, that's what
There
they're
may be
supposed to
more
do,
of them.
though, man.
I think
What else are they
there's
supposed
more.
to do?
Well,
Right, but
they should blow up, and then all of a sudden Vader comes out with his lightsaber.
Or like big things like
Should
the
be able to
hologram,
spell things.
you know, like
Like it should
Should have
say like
Tupac
Happy
up
4th
there.
of July.
Thanks for all your
I
money.
actually just told my kids recently that I want to be cremated and put in fireworks.
Hell yeah.
Like that's what I want. And my 6-year-old thought that meant like I was gonna die and they were gonna like strap my body to a rocket
Rocket.
and like whole like pieces were gonna. And he was like, "No,
No,
Mom,
that
that
doesn't
is
sound
not
good."
okay."
Yeah,
So we had to like have a conversation about like the ash and the fire. I was like, "That's gonna be Mommy," and Mommy wants to go in the fireworks, and then
Now,
explode.
the only real advancement that's come with fireworks is now they can somewhat time them to music. Like the fireworks
That's what
in
they do
Thornton.
up we usually watch them over Lake Dillon every year with my family, and yeah, it's Lee Greenwood in the background, and
We tried to do
you
that in
know,
Parker with illegal fireworks in the middle of a street, like all this.
Oh, yeah.
No, we went to this like huge party because we watched fireworks in Glendale on Thursday, and I love Glendale. We have like this super secret spot, it's like a parking lot, and they're right there. It's awesome. But then we went to Parker, and we're watching like all these like wasted dudes with like $2,500 worth of illegal fireworks, and every like 3
They
doors
just
they
got
were
back
going
from
off.
Wyoming.
And then they start building like this ladder with like wood on it, and it was like going to be for the grand finale. I wouldn't even let the kids play out front. I was like, go in the backyard.
That is
This
why
can't
fireworks
be
are
real.
illegal in the city
Yeah.
because too many drunk guys are buying too much. Hold my beer.
Oh yeah, and then they were
Hold
like
my beer is a
they
bad
were trying to
idea.
like coordinate
Yeah.
it, like so.
Yeah.
And then it was just, I was like, this is insane. But they set off $2,500 worth of fireworks, and it was like every 2 doors in Parker they were going off, and I was like, where are the police?
So that's been the biggest
Probably
advancement,
live on
right?
that block, I'm
right? It was
guessing.
they were probably blowing shit up too.
Being able to time the fireworks to music, because at Thornton. They had bands play. It was like a huge Thornton Fest. There's all this stuff. And then when the fireworks started going off, we were a little bit farther out in the field. But down in the bottom, each song had its own set of fireworks.
Right.
I wonder if they have that, like, is it like electronic?
It's
Like,
computer
it
programmed.
goes off.
It's all
like,
computer programmed. There's no more like light the fuse. It's all sends an
It's
electronic
like those
charge.
water fountains in Vegas and stuff.
But
that are all moving
in San
to a
Diego, they had a fireworks display that was ready to go. It was supposed to be set to music. The computer malfunctioned.
Okay.
7,000 fireworks all at once.
Do we get to watch this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
Do
what
we have video? Let's go to the video.
This is what happens when they all go off.
Holy crap.
Maybe people are walking away.
Wow.
Fuck, I think we should
People are like,
This lady's like freaking out over there. She's like, oh my god.
Seeing over in North Korea, they were checking out the satellites and going, they're testing shit.
Yeah.
They're testing shit for
Dude, that's
our
close to
ass."
fucking Pendleton, man.
is that insane?
That's like the best show I've ever
That's the whole show.
Dude, in 30 seconds it's
Right.
done.
We're
7,000
done.
fireworks. For some reason, the computer malfunctioned and the trigger triggered all of them.
You know what that reminds me
That's
of?
awesome.
The movie Coneheads. Where Balthazar Conehead
Yeah.
blows off the firework and the cop's standing there and his face is fucking sunburned and the whole crowd's sunburnt from the one firework.
Now, I think that would have been just fine and really cool if it weren't 2014, because I guarantee there's like 5 lawsuits from people suing for
Probably.
spraying dyes
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sure, yeah.
That was
Spraying
crazy.
eyes.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility? Like,
My
oh,
eyes from the
spraying.
light and this
you
this
kidding me?
pain.
Oh, yeah.
They sue for
Well, there's
everything
that guy
these
suing
days.
for falling asleep at a Yankee game.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean,
Because they got made fun of.
$10 million
on
he's
ESPN.
suing for.
Yeah, our entire
Bullshit.
lives, people get made fun of on the Jumbotron for doing stupid shit at baseball games.
And he's
Well,
like,
his thing is that the commentators of the baseball game, the 2 guys, kept on and kept on and kept on, and then that's his problem.
Wake the fuck up.
Right,
But don't
dude.
drink beers and fall asleep at a baseball
Right?
game.
Right.
You know?
Well, at least realize that the Jumbotron's always out there, man, and it's going to find you. And
Yep.
it's-
Big
and
Brother's
it's good.
watching.
That's their
It's-
whole
it's
thing.
watching.
Yeah, that's how they roll.
Yep.
So, we have Abby Alt in studio today here, and I think it's a good time to roll over to see what Abby's doing here. I understand that you've been a comedian for how long now?
I just started about a year ago.
Like a year and a month, right?
Yeah, it's like a year and a couple months. I went and hit an open mic at like this little bar called Over There off Hampton, and my friends bought the bar, and I'd always kind of had like this interest in trying it.
Right.
And told my husband, I said, I'm gonna go. And went over there. There was like 4 people sitting in the bar. I did 7 shots of Fireball. I have no idea what I talked about. I kind of vaguely remember discussing like when you buy a 3-year-old a fish tank, they become like the warden of the death row, and like this fish Nazi story. And I fell in love with it, and they invited me back. And the next week, I wrote one of my fans' like favorite jokes was one of the first jokes I wrote, and I performed, and the rest kind of just took off.
Now this came, I know Abby from other, like we had her on a show before and talked, and I've been to a show that she did up in Longmont with Gary. Gary's funny.
We have mutual friends too. Like,
we have so many weird mutual friends.
Well, because I like grew up in Longmont when I was
we
a kid.
we have like mutual friends that we shouldn't have.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm like Tim Pellet, really?
He like lived around the block from
Yeah.
me. Like I was just talking about him the other day. Like he, we used to play outside all the time, and all of a sudden he came over one day and he was like, "Ew, gross. Abby has boobs now," because I was such like a tomboy. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, "Do you want to come kiss me under my skate ramp?" And I was like, "Yeah." But yeah, I've known Tim Pellet since I was
Tim,
like
he's
kid.
a crazy motorcycle guy now.
Yeah.
Like, insane, which is fun. Anyway, we have mutual friends through that, and the backstory of comedy doesn't come up often, I'm pretty sure, but it came off of a medical tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Where you decided that
I got really sick a couple years ago, and I found out that I have Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease that affects your thyroid, and pretty much your thyroid's like attached to every cell in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is hyperactive. So within like I just had my now 6-year-old son, and within like 6 weeks I had lost the 30 pounds of pregnancy. Within like another 5 weeks I had lost another 40 pounds. I got down to like 97 pounds. Wow. My hair started like falling out. My friends lovingly refer to this phase as my bathrobe phase, because I like lived in a bathrobe for 2 years, was like scared to go outside. I was really, really sick.
No, sure.
And so I kind of made this list of everything that I wanted to try that I was too scared to do while I was sick. Like it was kind of my fuck you to Graves, like I'm taking back.
Right.
And stand-up was actually on my list. And, that's why I think I'm so excited. I'm so in love with it, is because I never expected in a million years that this would help me. And the craziest thing is like my endocrinologist now is like, I have no idea what this is doing to you, but keep going. Like my levels are fine. Like I'm currently in remission. I still have the active eye disease because Graves is so fucked up. After it's done attacking your thyroid, it goes after your eyes.
Oh no.
And but yeah, it's kind of that's.
So I get better looking each day?
Yeah, pretty much, except that my eyes will bulge out of my head.
Oh, I was hoping that your vision got a little bit worse, so I was in
like double
soft
vision,
focus.
kind of. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, you're looking
Yeah,
good.
he's like, hey.
But no, I'll wake up some mornings and like this eye won't shut. And I look really like scary, kind of.
So you're the walking embodiment of laughter cures all.
I 100%.
That's
like
very
laughter
cool
is
story.
really good medicine.
Well, and telling your body what it's going to do.
Yeah, and I challenge it, and it's there's days where like I still, even though you're in remission and they say like you're normal, I don't think you ever get 100% normal after having, because there's no cure.
Well, you weren't 100% normal before.
I've never been fucking normal, ever. But no, I'm doing really well, and stand up, I'm kind of, everybody's like, what's your end game? And I'm like, well, I just want to keep doing
Why
this.
do I have to have an end game?
Yeah, like,
Why can't I
it's
just
so
do?
fun. Like, I told somebody, I said, my next door neighbor, Miss Betty, she's 90. She printed off one of my pinup pictures, and they framed it, and I signed it, and it's hanging in their house, and I'm
Nice.
like, how fucking rad is that? Like, if nothing else happens, like, this is rad.
Someone has a picture of me. Now
You're a local celebrity in the
like,
neighborhood.
not a creepy picture.
You have like the weirdest neighbor stories ever.
Yeah, I do.
She has like Miss Betty, who's cool and like thinks that you're famous and awesome, and then you have like the weird dude.
Oh, the Great Wall. The Great
Yeah.
Wall. So, my neighbor behind me got divorced, and she like met this guy, and they just got married in December, and he's a total dick. He's like a retired like Las Vegas police officer. He like tans.
Oh.
And like walks around and like no shirt, like mowing the yard. He like works. I'm pretty sure he's on steroids.
Wait,
And
I do most things with no shirt.
well, you're not a douchebag retired cop from Las Vegas. But he so we had a party for my stepdaughter. It was her birthday party. We had like 15 girls camp out in the backyard. Like I went around and warned all the neighbors, like this is gonna be crazy. And he like started complaining and like coming over the fence and like scaring the girls and like so I went over and I was like, hey, sorry, I went to talk to your wife about this. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting in the kitchen and I see him start building what we're now referring to as the Great Wall. He added 6-foot extensions to the fence between our yard on a 6-foot tall privacy fence.
So like a 12-foot fence?
Yeah, and so I go out there and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And he's like, what does it look like? And I was like, well, I didn't know we were the asshole neighbors. Like, you can totally talk to us. And he was like, no, there's just one party, and, you know, your kids throw shit over here all the time, like balls. And I was like,
Really?
So now he's
They're
throw
kids.
balls. So now
And
he's
you're-
throwing back
challenging
over
you?
the fence.
and your kids play in the backyard all the time. It's like loud, and you know. So I was like, well, you know, you could throw the balls over. He goes, oh, I throw them away.
Oh,
And he goes, and we're getting a vicious dog.
oh, good.
And I was like, awesome. So I literally sat in a chair watching him do this and was like, I think it's crooked. Did you laugh? I think it's crooked. I don't think it's even. Like, and then he's like, it slopes. And then I was like, so do you care if I paint a unicorn mural on my side of the fence? And he was like, that's vandalism and it's illegal. And I was like, so's your fucking fence. You don't have a permit for it.
No
So I was like,
shit.
do you want to call or do you want me to call? So now we have fun, and I like cut out all of his like underground stuff and started throwing it over the fence. And we've talked about really fun like white trash dream catchers going up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I want to get my
Got a real
trees.
Hatfield and McCoy's thing going on.
Is there a dream catcher that's not white trash?
Well, we're gonna really.
The one that's tattooed right here on me.
Is that so? Your vagina.
So
has
not
good
white
dreams,
trash.
right?
So everything down there is just
So
wonderful.
then I have a friend who owns a tree trimming company, and we've been talking about. I have huge trees and talking about shaving into like dicks and stuff, so
yeah.
they can, you know.
Nice.
I feel like it could just
What a
be fun.
douche.
Yeah, he's a total asshole.
I'm surprised that the city hasn't come by.
Well, it's in our back. I live in University Hills, like I-25 in Hampton area, and so we have huge backyards. So
Yeah.
now I take the PA system out and let the kids do comedy shows and sing
point the speakers
karaoke,
right.
and we move them like out, and I'm like, hope the wall's working.
Hey, if you ever want a live band to come over
Yeah.
just for shits and grins on a Wednesday or something,
We should
you know,
do this,
fucking-
totally.
we'll do it.
So we've been doing like talent shows in the backyard with all the neighborhood
That's
kids, and we turn it up real loud. And
Bad neighbors suck, man. I have one who lives across the street from us who they don't have a fence and they've got this little dog that without fail every day, they let him out the back. He comes right around through the front fence and beelines it for our yard, takes a dump, and then goes to the neighbor's yard, pisses all over their stuff, and then goes back home. And he does all this within like 5 minutes,
And then he just
but
goes
it's
back.
like clockwork.
They call it trained.
Yeah,
like-
exactly. He's like, don't do that shit in my yard. Go to the neighbor's yard.
well, that's the funniest thing is he has this little dog. I don't even know what kind of vicious dog he got, but they got this like little dog, and it
Vicious
literally
chihuahua.
it's dug a hole underneath the fence and it barks nonstop at my dogs, like nonstop. So we've had to like put
He
things
sat there and
and
trained it to
I
fuck
think
with
so.
you now.
I think so. So I hope that the dog is like a vicious cop dog, because I'm gonna start blowing weed through the fence. Get it crazy.
Feed him edibles.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
See, these are more reasons why I don't want to live in a house. Because like in an apartment, people are so much closer to you. Like
Yeah.
there's a neighbor above me, there's a neighbor below me, there's a neighbor next to me. No one in an apartment complex wants anything to do with anyone else.
That's
there.
true.
It is true.
I mean,
Pull
you
up,
can.
you even have spots, like
Yeah.
your parking spots. They're not assigned, but everybody knows
That's where
whose
you're
spots or
parking.
whose spots. Nobody messes with it. You pull into your spot, you walk up the stairs, you go into your apartment. The only thing we have, like my upstairs neighbor and my downstairs neighbor. My upstairs neighbor is a guy and his wife, and they're probably like young 30s.
Okay.
I thought they had little children because, like at 8 o'clock at night, you hear, like little kid feet running. I think that they're doing like P90X.
Or like Zumba or something.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Right?
But I live in an apartment. I bought into that.
So yeah.
Sure.
So
Exactly.
I've exchanged phone numbers with the guy above and the guy below, and so if there's ever a time like, maybe shit got crazy and I just needed a day, so I could give him a call and
lady
say,
being too loud down here, like
I could give him a call and say, hey, we really need quiet tonight.
But that's how I feel, and like that's kind of my point with the guy is like, why don't you just come talk to me about the? And he was just so now I love the Great Wall. I'm like really fond of it. Like I feel very comfortable.
Right.
And we
he
all of
did
our
you a favor.
Like all of our neighbors are awesome. And when I called our landlord, I was like, I don't know what I should do about this. Like, what do you want me to do? I know he doesn't have a permit. And he came over and looked at it and he goes, well, we'll just start calling it the asshole deflector. And I was like, right? Like, this works for me. So now I'm fond of it. I really like it.
All it's going to take is a huge storm with a big wind, and that thing's going to fall down.
God, I hope so.
I hope it breaks something of yours.
I do. I hope it hits one of the kids. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
Kills them,
No,
but
it's just like-
enough to hurt them.
Where we have to go to like urgent care.
And then all of a
pal,
sudden there's a
here's
lawsuit.
$1,000 bill. I'm gonna need you to take care of that.
Yeah,
The kid's
like,
got a broken arm.
And the emotional distress.
Yeah.
This kid's never
this
going
is
to
And the-
way
and the
worse
cleanup.
than falling asleep. at
Like
a
you,
Yankee game,
Yeah.
you know?
the kid will be so emotionally scarred that you can never live a place that had fences
Fences
again.
ever again.
So you need he needs to
We
buy
need
you
a
a house,
property
right?
without borders at that
Yeah.
point. You know, after that,
It's going to cost.
100%. It's going to cost.
Right, it's going to cost.
But we have great neighbors, and I love all of our neighbors. And my next door neighbors, the Bootons, they've lived there since 1952. Bought the house brand new for $17,000. And my daughter, every time their garage door opens, sneaks in there. Because in their refrigerator in the garage, they have like Activia and like popsicles. And so I have to keep.
They
making
keep it
stuff.
stocked for them too,
I have
don't
to keep
they?
going over there
Yeah.
and like
You're like,
returning it.
sorry.
Here,
They're like,
here
we
you
know.
go.
They probably love it. They love that
They're
shit.
great. So
Yeah. My grandma used to love that when we'd come and just raid shit. She'd stock it just for us.
They
Yeah,
never eat it.
exactly.
They would never eat any
They
of that
didn't
crap.
care, yeah.
But then they got to act like.
You're right. Oh yeah, wow.
Don't
My
you
grandpa
get it?
ate all that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was all about it, but grandma wasn't having it. But Abby, where are you at next?
this Saturday I'm at the Denver Beer Company.
Fitting.
I'm doing a show with a comic named Mike Svern and Brent Podesek, and for $18 you get comedy and a beer.
Nice.
And then next Friday, I think, I'm at Aries Tavern and featuring for Deacon Gray, who manages Comedy Works downtown. Then the 30th, I'm at the Improv.
Deacon's old school Denver comedy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And then the 30th, I'm at the Improv for the Future Legends show. And then my big shows, September 20th, I'm doing Comedy on the Rocks. I'm opening for Tommy Davidson.
Nice,
Yeah.
good
So,
job.
yeah, I'm
There you
pretty-
go,
pretty
there you
excited.
go.
And you also have a room.
Yeah, I host an open mic over the summer. It's every other Wednesday. It's Devon's Pub. It's off I-25 in Hampton, Cigar Bar. So you get a smoke inside. It's like America.
America boy.
And it's a super fun room. We bring you like the best comics in Denver who are trying out new stuff. But it's also a place where I want people to come and try comedy for the first time. And my thought process is, if you have enough balls to get on stage and try it, you at least get 5 minutes. If you're killing it, we keep going. I'm known as the huggiest open mic in Denver because everybody gets a hug, and it's it's a great room. It's a lot of fun, and I've been doing that since February.
You are a testament to something that we've talked about on the show many times before, is and things that we're all doing, and that is pursuing your passion.
Love
And
it.
I think there's a lot of us that have hit, close to mid-age. I mean, you don't look a day over 29, so I don't.
Holding.
God bless you.
But there's something to be said for that, and it's obvious that, I mean, look at this, a year and a half doing comedy, and
Year and
you're
a few
opening
months.
for Tommy Davis. I mean, this is
know.
big time.
I don't even know what happened.
Which is so
It's
much
very
better than
cool.
opening for like Troy Davison.
right?
Tommy's cousin.
Yeah.
Who's actually
I mean,
at
you
the
got
auto
to use
shop.
kind of the name.
You know, the comedy scene in Denver is amazing.
Yeah.
It is a really big scene, and there's so much talent here.
I have so many friends in the comedy
Is
scene that I'm
Derek?
amazed.
Isn't Derek doing the Future Legends?
He did the
show?
last one.
He did the last
Derek
one. That's
Culver?
right. Derek
Rush.
Rush.
Derek Rush, yeah.
yeah.
He's actually emceeing the show that I'm going to
How
be on.
cool.
Yeah.
We've performed a couple times together. I just adore
Yeah.
him.
He's a hoot.
But,
Comedy's a unique beast. We've all been on stage in different capacities. I host a lot of music shows. I get on stage. I MC. No problem.
I do a cabaret. That's-
nice.
Mostly assless chaps.
Right.
Aren't all chaps assless?
I don't know what chaps you're wearing, pal.
Anyway, we all get on stage in different capacities. I can get on stage in front of 2,000 people and cuss and spit and yell and introduce bands and get the crowd just worked up into a tizzy and turn them over to the band. One time, I emceed a comedy show.
Okay.
And it was for Chris Miller. I think Eugene Kenny did a couple minutes on this one.
That's the show I'm doing next weekend.
Yeah, at Ari's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Steve McGrew headlined it. And he used to do Comic Sense Radio for me. I can't remember his name now for some reason. Oh, I have so much. Anyway, it was his. I hosted or emceed the show, and of course I didn't think about it ahead of time.
The pressure for the comedy's got to be way.
Well, I didn't think about it ahead of time. The MC actually has to have jokes.
Yeah.
Your job is to kind of keep the energy where it is and moving up for the next comic. You're not just there to introduce them.
Yeah.
I wrote 2 jokes.
2.
Wow.
2. I blew my wad in 34 seconds.
Sounds like
Before-
a typical day at Trevor's house.
Before the first comic. Like my first joke, I wrote it and I worked it and I tried it out on
We're
people.
good.
And it's solid. I have a really solid first joke. I did not realize at any point that between the second comic and the third comic, and then to lead up to Steve McGrew,
Yeah, it's
seriously, there was sweat like rolling on my forehead because everybody in that crowd expects every person that walks on that stage to be funny.
Oh, they want to
And
laugh
so they're
from
all
the
like-
moment they walk in.
They're like this.
Yeah. Ooh.
You better
You didn't get anything thrown at
you better do something funny right now.
Yeah.
They pay you to be funny.
I actually did Parker Days, and
Oh.
it was my first time having to do family clean comedy.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
other part about the show we did. They said it needed to be.
Clean, and if you've ever, my stand-up is
Yeah.
not, it's not clean. And so I literally was like, that was the only show, I still get nervous and excited, but that was the only show that like I couldn't sleep the night before. I felt like I needed a shot collar, like for every
Right.
curse word. And I booked 2 other comics and I was like, I have a good 2 minutes. Like that's it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it anymore. And I loved it. It was a really good challenge for me, but it's a lot harder than people think.
Yeah, Parker Days is a pretty big crowd these days.
Oh, I was on the community stage. It wasn't like I was on the big stage or anything.
Oh,
So-
Jesse Carter.
Yes.
Was the other guy on the show.
Abby, you have a website, Facebook, anybody? Where can people find you?
My website is abbyalt.co, and then I'm on Facebook as Harper Valley's PTA Bad Girl.
Right.
So, and I have a fan page and a regular page. You can find me there, and I have some YouTube stuff and on Vimeo and.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Well, hey, thank you very much for coming up today. We appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Everybody go out and check Abby online. Go check her out at the Improv and any number of other places that she's hitting here soon.
Go check out her open mic for sure.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I might hit the open mic thing. I can be pretty funny
You
when
should
I'm not
come.
on air.
I'd
so,
love to have you.
You should come. She'd love to have you.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
As long as you wash your balls first, right?
She's got almost as many kids. She's got almost as many kids as I have, man. That
Yeah,
kid-
no point should you two even be in the same
No,
room.
I don't. She's probably pregnant right now.
He's
She's
got-
just sat on the
God.
couch. and
He's got
everything.
6 kids.
Thank God I don't work at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to go pick up a
Oh,
prescription of Plan B.
I was going to
right
bring
now.
that up. I was going to bring that up as part of our talking points. We do have to stick around. We have to run to a quick break. We're going to come back. We have a Skype call coming in with Levi Troutman, the Kamikaze Kid. Also, Mini Mad Mike Cook.
That's right.
It's like a tongue twister. And then
But coming up right after the break is the legendary Robbie Knievel. We're going to give Robbie a call while he's on the road, find out what he's up to, and he's going to give us a lowdown on Evil Knievel days in Butte, Montana. So we will be right back. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Abby Alt,
Thank you very much.
Dave
Oh,
Shull,
that's-
holding it down.
want to say something to you?
Yeah, Mr. Robbie Knievel. Hello. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? I wonder if it's because I got this thing plugged in. I can't talk on it at the same time.
It works on my phone.
Robbie, you there?
Come back in a second.
Tell him we'll call him right back on a different number.
Hello? Yeah, this is Brian Roundtree from the Unfiltered and Unaffected show.
What?
The Unfiltered and Unaffected show here in Denver. Did I catch you at a bad time? Hello?
Call him back on a different number. Your phone's not getting very good.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I tell you what, we're gonna try. All right, here we go.
Rip off me a little bit.
I can't hear him.
Hold it up to your head.
Should you put it on speaker?
Yeah, but
It won't do it.
Is it plugged in?
hello, Robbie.
Mute the other mics.
Yes. How you guys doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. No. I live in Vegas. Are you kidding? Oh my God. I didn't even think Butte, Montana existed anymore. Evil Knievel Days. My dad always promoted Evil Knievel Days, and Travis Pastrana, Frankie Spangler, and my son buddy, Full Heart, Golden Glove, best stunt guy in the world, going to be there. We're all there. and everybody comes through their Highway 90 and Highway 15 intersect. And, you know, when I was growing up, you could buy any drug in the world. Yeah, you know, it was like kind of like going to Australia, thinking you're going to get, you know, a beautiful girl. But anyway, Butte is on the way to Sturgis, Highway 90 and Highway 15, comes all the way from San Diego, and Highway 90 goes all the way across east and west. All even-numbered highways go east and west, and all odd-numbered highways go north and south. So right there is Highway 15 and Highway 90, and everybody migrated from the east, mostly Irish, mostly Italian, and Lebanese, Jews, Mexicans, Indians, you name it. So I grew up in a bar street fighting. So if you want to come to Butte, Montana, look for a street fight. Well, I'm not getting married again, that's for sure. I'm, you know, I'm doing some stuff in Toronto, Canada. I'm going to jump the Harley further than my dad did. I mean, I used to be a half mile down the drag strip, and everybody's like, well, you ride a bigger, better bike than your dad. But I had to jump twice as far, you know. You know, I had to beat every kid in the neighborhood. It was like Neosporin, Mom. Peroxide. Hello. I tore my chin up. I tore my elbows up, you know. I started top of the street. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. And we all got our real heroes, the troops and stuff, you know. It's like red, white, and blue, and that's what me and my dad stood for, and what he did and why he did it, I have no idea. He was the first sporting event at Stevens House. And, you know, I don't know how he came up with the idea to jump the fountain. I don't know how he came up with the idea to try and jump the Grand Canyon. I don't know how he came up with the idea to build a rock and jump the Snake River Canyon. But Evel Knievel was this shit. He was the best man in the world. And I got a documentary coming out. I Am Knievel, about me growing up through my dad's eyes. And we traveled from Vegas to the Grand Canyon to Snake River. And it's coming out in October, and they're expecting a word out of it. These guys did Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, Wayne Gretzky, Tab McQueen. But, you know, it's just, thank God there was an Evel Knievel. And because kids today, if you took their cell phones away, they wouldn't even friggin' know how to wipe their ass. So if Leave It to Beaver, if you made a kid watch Leave It to Beaver today, he'd friggin' cry. You know, back when I grew up, there were 3 channels, CBS, NBC, and ABC, with black and white. That was it. I can't wait for football to come out. I was a young Centerwood fan, a Mercury Morris fan. 1970, I did my first show in Madison Square Garden when I was 8. 1970. These kids have no idea what's going on. But hey, God loved Evel Knievel and God loved Muhammad Ali. It's a big deal, and you know, Travis Service, thank you, Sailor, everybody's going to be there, and you know, if I didn't keep the name going and keep the family tradition going, the name won't be there. You know, it's like it's a brand name. Knievel's a brand name, and I'd like to come out with Knievel Pretend. Red, white, blue. And friggin' wheelchairs and bedpans and old folks home. All right. Now you hang up with me, you can talk about me all you want. And you know what? The name's gonna stay there. Yeah, evil Knievel days, it keeps going on, and you guys don't have a hair on your ass unless it's up our nuts. Okay, take care.
Dissension until the rest of them realize
says he never sleeps. Whoa!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get some audio.
And now, live and in studio, Skyping to us from...
Where are you at, Levi?
Where are you at, Levi?
Casper, Wyoming.
Casper, Wyoming.
On purpose?
I know. What the heck?
Mr.
I'm only 4 hours away from the good place, though, from Denver.
Mr. Levi Kamikaze Kid Troutman is joining us today live. What's happening, my man?
Oh, not much.
I see,
Just watching my sneak in the back.
Yeah.
The mohawk looks good, brother.
The mohawk looks fantastic, man.
Thank you.
You got that working.
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, ooh, it's a rough one.
You gonna get any? You gonna do any fire breathing in the house for us today?
I talked to my mom, and she said no fire breathing in the house. I was kind of bummed out. I'm over at the Mamakaze Den hanging out, and
The
she said no fire
Mamakaze Den.
breathing.
I love that.
Yeah, and I got the Kamikaze Cave. That's how we roll.
Very cool. Very cool, man. So hey, I understand you're doing Evil Knievel days this year.
Absolutely, man. I get to do all kinds of crazy stuff. They're going to have me do some fire breathing before Spanky does his big jump. Spanky Spangler's like the main event, man. He's the biggest deal around basically since Evil Knievel, if you ask me.
Sure.
He's done over 22,000 stunts. He's a bad man. He's bringing his son, Spanky Jr., Brian Spangler. He's awesome. I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but I get to do some stuff before them. I'll probably breathe fire, maybe do a body burn, set myself on fire, something cool like that.
Very
and
cool.
it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
That sounds awesome, man. Let me ask you how old were you when you first decided I want to be on fire, breathe fire, and do crazy shit so people will be entertained?
Well, basically, it started at a young age, man. We got this big hill here in Casper right behind one of the car dealerships, and I was like 7 or 8, and me and my buddy had the great idea that we were going to go ride our bikes down it just so our buddies could watch us. And I ended up crashing, going over my handlebars. I had a button-up shirt on, all the way unbuttoned, sandals, had a scab from the top of my back to my butt, basically.
Oh.
I've been a daredevil all my life, but it just officially started happening with all the fire and stuff like in 2009 when I was about 22.
Nice.
I started doing this stuff. So,
and now
I've been
people
hooked.
pay you for it.
Absolutely, man. It's the best job in the world.
The
You get
American
to,
dream, alive and well.
Yeah, you get to entertain people. It's to me, it's all about creating a lifetime memory for someone. I remember going to monster truck shows when I was a kid and meeting all the monster truck drivers after and just being so stoked to get their autographs and talk to them even for a minute. So I like to take the chance. People come up to me and I'm still like that little kid at heart, and I don't see people looking at me like that yet. I'm just a normal person, and it's so crazy when people come up and they want to take my picture and just hang out and talk to me. It just makes my day, basically, and it makes this career I've chosen worth it. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, man. Well, very cool. And Mom was always supportive of this. And
she knows that I love it.
hey,
She
is
hates
that
it.
Mom back there behind you?
Yep, that's Mama Kazi.
Mama Kazi in the house.
Yep. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. See, that's me.
Nice.
Guy on that T-shirt, and look, she's even got her extinguisher.
Look at
She
that.
needs that.
She's ready at all times. She actually set me on fire for the first time on Tuesday here in Casper. We did a thing on parade day.
Oh, see,
So who gets to say that? I got
nobody
friends that
gets
set
to
me-
say that. That's
My mom lit me on
special
fire.
bonding.
Right?
Yeah.
There's people that get to say that, but their moms are usually incarcerated.
No,
Absolutely, right?
the closest to that kind of moment with my mom was, I think she was the first person that got me high. So I don't.
That's
Say it.
oh, she wasn't the first person, but I've definitely done that.
Right.
Hey, on a serious note, Levi, boy, it's been like 3 weeks or right around a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month ago. You had a little health scare. You were breathing some fire and made the mistake of aspirating a little bit of that.
Yeah, well, it was crazy. I was breathing fire, and I pulled my lamp oil out of the trunk of my vehicle, and I didn't realize how hot it was that day. Well, it was vaporized, so I went to take a swig before I breathed fire, and I guess it was just vapor, just went like down into my lungs, and I kept coughing. I couldn't stop coughing, and then I'm so smart that I was coughing, and in between my coughing fits, I would stop and breathe fire for the crowd.
Holy
and finally,
shit.
finally one of my friends is like, you need to stop. You need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, all right, fine. So, but yeah.
Wow.
Guess who wasn't there that day?
Oh, Mama Kazi wasn't there that day to save your ass.
Luckily, she would have tackled me when I had my torch, so it was probably a good thing.
Dude.
Wow. Well, we're glad that you made it through that, man. And we're looking forward to getting a lot of people out there for Evil Knievel days, man. It sounds like it's going to be a real blast. I heard there's a lot of big names out there and
Absolutely.
a lot of stunts going to be happening, Daredevils and you name it, man. And it sounds like it's a family-friendly event, too, so bring the kids down and...
Yeah, absolutely. And the best thing, everything is free, man.
That's what I heard, man. Are the hotels free? Because we'll be down there, man.
Yeah, show up to Butte, Montana, come uptown, man. See me light myself on fire. See Spanky crash some stuff. I mean, see Travis Pastrana. Street Bike Tommy's going to be there. Matt Hoffman. Wheels. It's going to be ridiculous. You can't miss it.
All over the streets, man. You walk, they're doing it.
That sounds sick.
Very cool, very cool. What do you have coming up between now and then?
I don't really have anything booked big time yet. I'm just kind of hanging out. Like I said, I just did that body burn, and I just try to get booked doing anything I can, man. I've done 2 car wrecks now. That's what I really want to start doing is start crashing cars all the time. It's the funnest thing you can do, man. Hitting a jump at 50 miles an hour and just soaring a car into the air is the best thing ever.
It's good to have goals.
Absolutely. And mine's crashing shit. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Hell yeah.
With a car crash, do you aim high or do you aim low?
That's a good question.
You want to aim high. You want to aim high just so that way
always
less
aim high.
stuff falls on top of you.
Right. It's you want everything underneath as much as possible. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Right on.
Levi, we're gonna have to get you down here to the big city.
Oh, absolutely. I actually got something coming up. I can't talk about it, but it'll be the second week in August. I'll be down in Denver.
Hey, man, we want you on the show.
You have to come.
Absolutely.
You have to come hang out with us. We'll come and film whatever it is. Wink, wink. That you might be doing.
Chris Thomas might even let you breathe fire in Herman's Hideaway, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm the producer over here. Thanks for doing this, man.
Hey, no problem, man.
Good
I
stuff.
appreciate you guys, and I apologize for Robbie. That guy's kind of out of control sometimes. But,
You don't have to apologize for him, man. He was great. That was a tough conversation on the phone, man. He's still learning that we're in 2014, I think. And
yeah.
So that's all good, though. I know we love him, and it was great. It was a great opportunity getting to talk to someone who has such a direct connection to someone who paved the way for people like you, man. So
Yeah, and dude, I appreciate you guys. I just want to let you know that. I mean, this opportunity means a lot to me. I don't get chances like this very much, so when people want to talk to me about stuff, I'm stoked. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you guys know you're awesome.
Hey, man, we appreciate that, Levi.
And Trevor, we need to meet sometime, bro. Andy
Right?
introduced us via Facebook, and I also got to do one thing before I get off. I got a fan watching in England right now. He comes over for Evil Knievel days every year. It's my godfather, Andy Johnston. He's a bad man. I'll see you in a couple weeks, buddy.
Right on, man.
Anybody else you got to thank or give shout outs to?
You got to give a shout out to Mama Kazi.
Gotta give a shout out to Mama Kazi, of course. And then I want to talk, I got to say JL Fabrication here in Casper, Wyoming. They're one of my biggest sponsors, man. He sends me anywhere I need to go to do a stunt. He just says, hey, what do you need? Do you need me to book your rooms? What do you need? And he sends me down. So I appreciate him. I'm part of Mr. Dizzy Motorsports. And I got a Facebook fan page that everyone that's watching should definitely go check out. It's Kamikaze Kid. I need 1,000 likes. I'm at like 995. I'm so close right now.
Oh, we're right there. Well, you got 3 more coming right now after the show's over, brother. I'll tell you that. So
I already like it.
Actually, I liked it this morning. So yeah.
One
So
more.
one more. That's all right.
It's all right. I got 6 kids, man. We'll take you over the hump. I promise.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Hey,
Thanks a
Levi,
lot, Levi.
thanks a lot for joining us, man.
Yep. Have a good one.
Be safe out there.
I'll try, buddy. You guys too.
Peace.
All right, that was Levi Kamikaze Kid Troutman out of Casper, Wyoming.
Unreal, dude. I'm almost starting to think after talking to these guys and hearing all the names. Once I got on the website and saw, if you go to evilknieveldays.org, I'm pretty sure that's the website. You can see. I mean, this is not necessarily a long trip. This could be a decent
like 5,
weekend
6 hours?
trip to Butte, Montana.
How far of a drive is it?
I don't know, man. I don't, but it can't be too far. I don't.
Montana?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Montana's like 12 hours. Dude.
No way.
10 hours at least.
How
to
long of a
Ohio
drive
in
is it
12.
to Butte, Montana?
Oh, look at this. See?
It'll probably fuck up.
So, whatever the case may be, pack up the van. July 24th through the 26th, Butte, Montana. Evel Knievel Days. This is pretty much an homage to the Godfather, grandfather, as it were. She can't find a network connection, man.
She's a whore.
You whore. You dirty, dirty Surrey whore.
'Cause we're just eating up all the Comcast with our little broadcast.
So we've got one more cat that is actually doing Evel Knievel Days. We're going to go ahead and try and get a hold of Mini Mad Mike Cook.
That's a lot to say.
That's a lot to say. Well, I think it's just Mini Mad Mike's a lot.
Is he ready?
If you don't, hit him up, man. Let's see. He says he's ready.
I thought I was friends with this guy.
Driving time from Denver, Colorado to Butte, Montana is 11 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say like 12?
Yeah, but it's not 12. It's 11 hours and 2 minutes.
Dude.
It's only 11. Mini Man.
But it's stop and get gas, though, right?
So Butte, Montana.
You're going to stop and get gas and see the
Butte, Montana is as far as Las Vegas.
That's still not that far. I mean, 12 hours for a good weekend full of nothing but free events.
I wonder if we can
crazy,
even...
spectacular stuff. People pay ridiculous amounts of money to see guys like Matt Hoffman and Travis Pastrana and Robbie Knievel. I mean, these guys are sick. These guys are big names in all of their sports, and for them to all be coming together and doing this big thing is pretty cool. Thanks again to Kristen Knievel for connecting us with all these guys, man. You got any luck Skyping in with
his? That option is not available on his.
Can you just send him a Facebook message?
His
saying
Skype's not available. Let's see here.
See,
Denver, he's listening in. Denver's halfway. He's texting me right now.
If Tree would have done this at 4 a.m,
like normal,
this wouldn't be a problem.
Nice, Denver.
Hey, Mike, there's a little video icon.
Maybe his computer doesn't have a camera.
That's possible too. If you don't have a camera, let us know. But if you do, there's a little icon. It's the third to the right on the pop-up for the instant message on the Facebook that I'm sending you a smiley face on right now.
Cool. Yeah, he's definitely listening in.
Hey, while you guys get that together, our musical guest Charlie Schubert is standing at the back door. I'm just going to walk up and let him in real quick, and I'll come back down and join you guys in the conversation.
Sweet.
Oh, Mike's ready. He said,
All
cool.
right, Mike's ready.
Do you want to hit this?
Yeah, go ahead and bring him in, man.
Let's bring him in.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us again. Again, we're talking about Evel Knievel Days. For those of you that are watching the show and don't know who Evel Knievel is, I don't know what planet you've been living on for the last 30, 40 years. I know most of our demographic is about our age, so and I know who Evel Knievel is. I grew up watching Evel Knievel do crazy stuff and break just about every bone in his body. They do an entire festival. The families put this together, and all these guys come together in the name of Evel Knievel and just tear it up. I really want to get down there, man. The thing sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Just...
Robbie seemed like he was far away. I think it was Trevor's phone, maybe.
Yeah, we'll blame it on
next
the phone.
time we'll use my Android.
Or maybe
I thought Samsung was pretty cool, but it says it's contacting Mike, man. Since we're streaming, the internet's a little bit monopolized by our broadcast, but would you like to leave a message? No. Let me try again.
We're trying to connect with.
He's on his phone. He's on his phone.
Yeah, he said he wanted to Skype through his iPhone.
It should still work. Having trouble. Connection might be too slow. What's up, dude?
You probably have to open Skype to do that.
Oh,
no, it's on his end. He's got a phone.
He's using his iPhone to Skype in. You guys are speaking. See, we're not all technophiles around here, man. We're not sure if that's gonna fly or not, man. At the very least, he's texting me. So
yeah, we're trying. We're trying.
That right there.
We're gonna have. I mean, this is quality entertainment right here.
Let me see if I can see Trevor's nutsack there.
I will say this, Mini Mad Mike Cook says that he is going to be stopping in Denver. He's in Oklahoma City right now. He said he's going to be stopping in Denver on his way to Butte, Montana, in a couple weeks before the Evel Knievel Days.
We might have to call him, guys.
We may
Skype's
have
not
to
working. I've
reconnect
tried
with
that
him.
times.
Maybe you can stop in that week that he comes in. We'll have him on the show.
Yep.
Trevor's saying we're going to have him on the show the week that he comes in, which is super cool.
And Alicia Knievel just texted me a message, says, I have another guy to call for you. Uh-oh.
Well, we're going to be running out of daylight.
Yeah, we are running out of time. Unfortunately, the last half hour of our show is we've got musical guest.
We do.
That just joined us. I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and
maybe we can call and record some interviews with these other people, and we can play them throughout the week.
Mike, you're doing it on your phone, man, and I think that's why we're having an issue, man. It's just on your phone. So maybe we do a call in a couple minutes.
For sure.
Stand by.
In the meantime, why don't we scoot on over to Mr. Charlie Schubert in the house?
What's up?
What's going on? We haven't had a chance to
doing,
meet.
man?
Brian Roundtree, man. Nice to meet you.
Oh, we've never met before either. How are you? What's up, my brother? So good to see you.
This is comfy.
Big love. You like this?
Different.
How you like the new studio?
It's awesome, man.
Charlie Schubert, as himself and as a part of Tattooed Strings, are probably in the running for most total guest appearances on shows with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
is my first time, so I don't.
Charlie and I
pop
go,
in my chair.
We go back. We're both East Coast boys. We have a lot of fun. I love having this guy on the show. He's a good time.
Very cool.
Now you, Tattooed Strings has gone fucking crazy.
Since we met you, it was just
Michael and I, it was just you and Mike, and you guys were kind of kicking back and forth what you were going to do.
Yeah.
And then over like the last year and a half, it's gone insane. You guys did really well. You took, you were in second place at KBPI's Best Band in Denver,
it was
right?
The final three.
Final three. You, Kodak, and Lola.
And Kodak's doing work too. And
Kodak is no joke.
Obviously, Lola's doing.
And since then, you and Lola have connected on a bunch of shows.
Because of KBPI.
Yeah, they keep joining you guys up.
Willie's just like pushing the fuck out of us, man, which is been
You
awesome.
can't beat that love.
Hell yeah.
No,
that local airway love is good.
Mike's calling me on my phone, like trying to instrument. Let me see
Okay,
if it
yeah.
just works. Why not?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's not gonna. I mean, we're not gonna be able to hear.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to view that thing.
Yeah. If you want to just talk to him off air and just say, hey.
I hung up on him. Sorry,
Okay.
Mike.
Anyway, since then, you might just have to put a little bass in it. They pick up a lot, so you should be fine.
Get a little deeper.
Yeah, you might put your man voice on it.
Yeah. Give it some Boston.
Right? But since then, you guys have had a friggin' full band.
Yes.
You're all over the place. You're playing you played a bunch of festival stuff. You played like Denver Day of Music. You played KBPI shows. What have you done and what haven't you done that's yet to do?
Man, first of all, the South Park Festival last weekend was ridiculous, man. It was so cool. I think more than anything was hanging out with the other Denver local bands like Pinochle. Like I love
Chris is insane.
I love Chris, man.
He's insane.
And he's got an awesome band, and I got
Yeah.
to meet all them. You know, I knew Pinochle as Chris. I met him at this restaurant I was managing. He came and played acoustic, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome," you know, and kicked it with him. And then he knew about Tattooed Strings, so we connected. And then I got to meet his band, and then I was partying with No One Left Standing like usual, who I love.
Jimmy's
man.
cool as shit.
Yeah, Jimmy's awesome, man. He's such a good guy, such a big heart for the music scene, and he's been hustling for so long, you know.
Sometimes I think that dude gets a bad rap. I think he works hard, and he's always been like more than friendly to me. But for some reason, I think because they've been around and they've been so strong for a long time that a lot of people.
Because he's an aggressive rapper.
Yeah, and sometimes people give him.
Dude, they performed the Violet Showcase. I don't know if you guys know who they are.
Yep.
They're awesome, man. Good friends of ours. They do a lot of stuff with us at Platte River Studios, which I'd like to talk about later. Our bass player spot. I don't know. Chris has been over there one time. He was sitting at the bar, and I think I was bartending. got him a water.
Yeah.
Then Violet Showcase played, and they were awesome. They're just a straight rock band. And then No One Left Standing played, and it was fucking awesome, man. I'm a big fan. Like, grew up on Rage Against the Machine, and you know all those bands that got big doing the rap rock
Yeah,
thing.
buddy.
Yeah, like like POD and.
Well, and Jimmy's other band, Gorilla Radio, is a Rage.
It's a cover,
Rage
cover band.
tribute.
Yeah,
Tribute,
they did a
that's
song
right.
at the end. I thought it was a Rage song, but it just had. They have a new bass player, I think. I didn't meet him, but he was
Trevor.
dude,
I think his name. Yeah, I think I know
that dude's got funk.
Younger kid.
Yeah, he's got funk.
Yeah, he's
rock
smooth. He's
on.
in like 3 bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid works hard.
I think Jimmy just like makes calls and just gets
Yeah.
new dudes. It seems like
I just know he's cool because his name's Trevor.
Is he in the Gorilla Radio or No One Left
No,
Standing?
he's in No One Left Standing. He's the bass player, the new bass player.
Cool.
He's also the other band that he's in was in the Battle of the Bands that I did last year,
Okay.
and they did really well. And the kid holds time like nobody's business.
He kills it.
And he's got just a funky, like, sick
Sings the bass
groove on
kind of
him.
high, and he was getting down. I was really impressed with them, and they got the turntables mixed in, which I grew up loving. That
Yeah.
mixed in with the live instruments. So that was awesome. They got Josh, their DJ, back there screaming behind Jimmy, and it was dope, man. They put on a good show, and then we went on the side of the stage, with our artist pass, and I saw Collie Buds from the side. Fucking so awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of like reggae. I'm like, I like it sometimes, I don't, but after drinking for 10 hours or something,
It all sounds
hanging out with Pinochle and shit, I'm like, reggae's the greatest shit ever. So
that's cool. You're like held in reverence on your own around town as your own artist and whatnot, and with Tattooed Strings, your own band. It's cool to see you have such reverence for everybody else in the scene, man.
Yeah,
I think that's one really cool thing about the Denver scene. My band's a part of it, and we're a very small, tiny fraction of it. But even the gigs that we've played in over the last 2-3 years, you just feel the love everywhere you go, man. I think that's what's really cool about the scene and how diverse the scene is, and what's available to everybody out here is there's just a lot of love from all the musicians and all the different artists that are around, man, and you can really see that coming from you.
So many cool bands
around
here.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't even list all the bands we played with since the KBPI.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with the bands at South Park. And then at the end of the night, I had a friend. I did an album in 2001, a hip hop album, and it was a crew called Ill Measures. And I went and recorded an album at this dude's studio in Chicago, and he's living in the mountains now. So he came and met me at the show, and him and I were just, I gave him my VIP pass, so him and I were just like rocking around, getting crazy, and we went and saw Tech Nine. And I've never seen Tech Nine before.
You haven't seen a Tech Nine show?
Dude, that dude just is.
He lives in Denver most of the time.
He's really.
He just plays here so much.
He's a performer, man.
Oh yeah.
He had dance steps going on, and then he had some other vocalists coming out with him, and they were killing it. And he had his face painted. He was getting grimy as fuck on stage, looking at girls doing some grimy stuff. But it was like.
Wasn't the Tech Nine show was the Red Rock show that?
No, that's South Park.
Oh, that was the South Park too.
Yep.
He was up there. Yeah. Who was the one that was at the Red Rock show that they just had a shooting? There was a shooting amongst
Schoolboy Q.
That was Skrillex.
That was Nas's show, wasn't it?
Nas,
I thought it was Nas.
Nas and Schoolboy Q.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I thought for some reason I remember Tech Nine's name being thrown in at that show, but
yeah, that's just because you associate Tech Nines with.
That might have been it. It might have been Nas had a Tech 9 on it. I don't know. But actually, I thought he was way past guns now. So I don't. He's got too much money.
Guns?
You get to a certain monetary point where you just.
What comes after guns?
You're no more gangster after that. You just put your
like
guns
Ice
down.
Cube.
You're like, yeah,
you start doing family movies. Right. You're so gangster that you can do. Are we there yet?
Right.
And you start reading.
Yeah.
Rapping about stuff you read about.
That's right, man.
You Tupac?
You saw Nas and Belly.
Yeah.
He just had his glasses on and he was getting all deep and.
That's like T.I. He does all these shows now. Like he did. One of my favorite shows is that House of Lies.
Oh yeah. With
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, yeah.
And Kristen.
No,
Kristen,
O'Connor.
The one that's in Frozen.
That's your wife. Okay.
Oh.
No,
she's in that.
Talking about, yeah.
The
Kristen Bell.
No,
is it Kristen? Yeah.
One of the Kristens. Anyway,
it's not.
She plays a much different character
Zach's
than you
wife?
see normally.
Or Dax's wife.
But in House of Lies, T.I. comes on and plays a character part, and just cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah,
that's one thing I will say about the.
Then he's trying to beat up Floyd.
A lot of the hip hop scene has, I think, merged more seamlessly into other forms of entertainment than anyone else. You would see the occasional rocker, through the 70s, 80s, 90s, you would see the occasional rocker in a movie and become an actor or something.
Yeah.
And then you've got, who's the lead singer of 3 Seconds to Mars?
Jared Leto.
Who's obviously huge, Mr.
Oscar
guy.
Before,
he was an actor before he became big, and which is actually how it goes more often than not.
They get enough money as an actor that they can
fund
fund the band to
I
get
want to
famous.
fund my band, but with the hip hop scene, it's completely different, man. Those guys, they have so much character as rappers anyways, artists anyways, that they really kind of lends itself to other mediums so much more easily.
What do you think of the NWA movie then?
Oh, I'm down with an NWA movie.
They're making it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Does Ice Cube play himself?
He might play himself later.
Dre play himself?
I don't think so. I don't.
Who's gonna play Eazy-E?
I don't think. I think Easy's
Don Cheadle?
Easy's kid. I think Easy's son is going to play Easy at later.
Is he?
But
One of his sons.
Eric Jr.?
That's a tough one though.
That'd be a crazy one
I
because
don't even
there's so
think
many
NWA
different
gets
stories.
along, much less
I know,
able to collaborate on it.
I know. To my understanding, Ice
You think they
and
all
Dre
squashed
still
everything?
get along. I don't know. You should call SP and ask him if Dre
I
and
don't
Ice
know.
still
I
get
don't
along.
And the other night I was up late watching the Notorious B.I.G. movie.
Yeah.
That actor did a good job.
Yeah.
That's a hard.
Oh, and they're doing the Tupac movie now too.
Are they? He's had like 2 or 3 biopics.
Well, I think he's
done
starring
about
in
him.
it.
Yeah.
He's starring in
Oh,
it.
the
He's still
hologram.
alive.
Right. It's the hologram.
No, he's starring in it, but under a different name. Like people would be like, "That motherfucker couldn't play
Right.
Tupac."
Yeah, I
He's
heard
really
Elvis
Tupac.
has a cameo in that too.
So Suge Knight's just still cleaning up on the whole thing. You know?
Hell
They're,
yeah.
they're like on an island somewhere.
You know, Suge Knight lost all street cred when he got knocked out on TMZ. He got one punched and knocked out on the street.
I didn't see
with the
that.
TMZ
Is that on
camera.
YouTube or?
Oh, it's on there. Just search it. Suge Knight knocked out.
I feel bad because that Mini Mike. I told him I'd call him, dude.
We will call. Are we able to call him?
I can.
from
I,
this?
can, I have a
telephone
cell
call.
phone right here. I'm ready. I mean, I don't want to leave him hanging, guys.
Well, maybe we could call him. Charlie, mind if we try and get a hold of this
Nah,
cat
that's not
man?
cool, man.
And then right after this, we're gonna have you over in Studio B, and I understand you got something special for us today. Man?
He brought a guitar.
I was just gonna freestyle over my guitar. Or
Nice.
something.
That sounds dope,
I don't know,
man.
fuck
I
around.
like to freestyle myself, man.
All right, I got to turn the
Freestyling's not easy. Man.
because it'll feedback.
I'm in a classic rock band called the Judas Scale.
You got to have our mics on for people to hear us, though.
Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Oh,
What up?
How you
what
doing,
up?
man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Man. Dude, sorry we couldn't get the Skype thing figured out.
Sorry we couldn't get the Skype thing figured out. We shouldn't
Ah,
actually
it's all
talk
good.
too long because we can't hear you very well, man.
Okay, it's cool.
So what's going on? What are you doing up at Evil Knievel Days in Montana?
I'm doing Walls of Fire riding on a motorcycle.
Are you serious?
That's his thing, dude. He rolls through
Yeah.
walls of fire.
That's the shit.
I roll through walls of fire and try not to crash and die.
What date are you going to be in Denver on your way up there?
The 22nd, maybe?
Of July?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
24th
There's-
is a Friday, so
Okay.
maybe
yeah,
we can video a
24th
segment.
Today, like the 23rd, 24th is when I'm supposed to be getting there. So.
Cool. On the 22nd, do you want to hook up and we'll record an interview for that Friday show and just fuck around? We'll go out and walk around downtown or something and fuck around.
Yeah, because I'm going to get into town like super late, early in the morning, and then I can just call you guys that morning and hook up with you.
Dude,
Let's do it.
yes.
Let's do it. We'll go film some shit around Denver. Our studio is right downtown, so we'll hook up and we'll go record an interview and some stuff around town, and then we'll play it on that show on Friday.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Dude.
Thanks, Mike.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry about the Skype, man. Just figured we should give you at least a couple seconds and call you.
It's all good, dude.
Right on.
Hey, brother,
right,
thanks
later
for
on.
joining us, man. We will catch up with you on the 22nd.
Sweet.
Peace. Mini Mad
All right.
Mike Cook.
That dude is
Unreal.
Man, I don't want to be disrespectful to him because he's a little person. I think that's the
I don't know
right
if that's
term.
it or not,
The
man.
mini.
And he's a stunt man,
Oh, awesome.
like on
Ridiculous,
dirt bikes and
dude.
shit, like
Yeah.
through walls of fire and yeah.
He's
So he's
just
going
a-
to be at Evil Knievel Days at the end of July up in Butte, Montana, doing stunts.
Oh, awesome.
Are you kidding? If he's coming to town, we
Ridiculous,
are hanging
dude.
out.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
We should, dude. We should just grab the camera.
Jumping over shit?
Robbie Knievel, his son.
His son does.
Yeah.
And we're thinking. We're not sure. I don't. Based on our conversation with him this morning, we're not sure if he even gets out of bed. But no, that's not true. He was an interesting character to talk to on the phone for sure. So.
Oh, Robbie Knievel.
Yeah, Robbie Knievel.
What's his son jumping over right now?
No. Well, now Evil Knievel's son is Robbie, and Robbie's son. I mean, the guy's like got to be like 50
He's like telling
something
his son,
years
like,
old
no,
now.
dude.
Well, and that's what he was.
Yeah.
It was funny talking to him because he was talking. I've been talking to his daughter all week, who's apparently not into this. She has a whole nother job and regular 9 to 5, whatever. Cool gal, and she hooked us up with the whole thing and was really wanting to promote this Evil Knievel Days that they're doing as kind of an homage to Evil himself, and they just get all these stunt characters together.
Levi messaged me and said he's a midget.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll say it. And I'm sure he owns that just as well. So
yeah, either way.
But it was cool, all those guys to get in touch with us and have us, give us the opportunity to talk to them a little bit. And both Levi said he'll be in town as well too, man. Well, he's in Casper, dude. He's not that far.
Yeah, Casper's 4 hours. 4.5 hours.
So we'll have those guys back on the show again, man, and do some crazy stuff. But in the meantime, Mr. Charlie Schubert from Tattooed Strings is with us.
You also have you have a solo project. You don't work it as often as you used to.
Yeah.
I have a CD.
It's really changed over the years. I think just because I've probably become a little bit better guitar player. Like you guys know how we progress as musicians and stuff changes.
Oh yeah.
You went from your screaming shit to your acoustic stuff.
Being a total homo now.
Yeah,
my music's all ballet.
I had that Martin. I think I told you this. You know your Martin guitar you play? I see
Black Martin?
I see pictures. I had that. I ended up trading it in for a bigger body.
Yeah.
Guitar because it's kind of a small body. It's dope electric on
stage.
It
works on electric, but I think it's made of composite glued wood, so it sounds like plastic.
Guitar, man. It's like a $1,800 guitar.
Yeah.
It's a dope guitar, but I've seen pictures of
Is that the flat black?
Yeah,
Martin?
really
flat
cool
black.
looking Martin, and it's a Martin, so you're like, oh, fucking dope
It's
guitar.
kind of entry level Martin, but it's a Martin. It stays in
Entry
tune
level
like a
Martin is still.
It stays in tune like a motherfucker, but it doesn't sing like a luthier custom deal. I don't know. You play like a Taylor. Like if you spend more than $1,000 for a guitar, it sounds nice. You spend $700.
I hope so.
You spend more than $1,000 on a hooker in Vegas.
That sounds nice too.
It should be squeaky clean.
and you get something too.
Take something home if you want.
And you get. The solo shit, man. It was like I dropped that in 2011, and Michael and I took a couple of the songs, like the song that's on KVPI, Flowing River,
yeah,
about my son. We took them and we turned them into more rockin' songs, and now we have like these dope musicians playing them. I mean,
How'd you guys pull that off?
What, finding the dope musicians?
Yeah, your band is ridiculous.
Well, we found Danny. Danny was from the last piece. We have a new drummer and a new guitar player, but we found Danny, and Danny actually went to school for music.
Yeah.
And he's, do you guys know Danny? He's fucking 6'5", 240 pounds, ripped, tatted up, drives Harleys, and he's just like, I just want to hug him. Like, I hug him out all the time. Like, give me a fucking hug, homie. And he's
when I hug him, it looks like I'm hugging my dad.
Totally. I think that's probably why I hug him. My dad's in New Hampshire, so I'm like, hug, bro. But he's just a wicked bass player, and he's got the Fantasy Factory down the street, Platte River Studios, and he just holds down that low end, man. I mean, he's
you guys are huge bass players.
Huge.
Every time.
Oh, because Mike's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys all know Dave.
Yeah.
Dave Stasny? Who's that? Yeah. Oh, he's in one of my bands. Or I'm in one of his, actually.
He was the bass player in A Vast Eclipse.
And Guitar Villains.
And and Guitar Villains.
Yeah, no doubt. And then we got Nasty Nate Brown, who's our who's like a drum line. Like he can sit up on the drums and play
all by
those
himself,
drum lines,
huh?
which are really cool. I'm trying to get him to a corporate, on like a little breakdown on a song. We wrote a new song about 2 weeks ago. We're gonna play at the Gothic next Friday called Long Road, and he kind of gets into some drum line and shit, and that's just dope. I play drums a little bit, and that's like some different level shit. But
soldier feel.
He's like a drum line.
That's like
guy.
311, man. When those guys go off on stuff like that.
Yeah, just popping that snare.
Yeah.
All the rudiments.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows Scott Ewell.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking.
How did you get him in another fucking project?
How did we get him? We played at a show for Willie for the Rock and Roll Car Show at Vandermeer Speedway, which was awesome. It was with Lola and it was with Glass Delirium, who everyone knows.
Yeah.
And after the show, Scott came up to me and said, if you know Scott, he's a rocker looking dude. He's tall. He's got long hair.
He's 74 pounds.
Yeah, he's got his tight jeans and he's just straight rocker. And he came up to me and he's like, man, I'm not a big rap fan or hip hop. And he's like, I really like you guys. You guys have a cool sound. And we brought a bunch of kids on stage with us on one of our songs.
Nice.
And I think you really dug that. And we're all pretty outgoing.
To get Scott to add another project is a big deal.
So we ended up moving on from our last guitar player, and we're all thinking, we're like, we had a show coming up.
There's Scott.
There's Scott. Yeah, there's some Scotty.
Yeah. That's him. That's him.
Yeah.
Minus the jeans. And some extra legs. That was from they just did an article on him on Colorado Music Buzz. The bands of Scott, and everyone loves Scott around here. And I mean, besides the look and stuff, he's straight music.
The dude is like an idiot savant with a guitar.
Dude, he is, but he's straight music. Have you
Yeah.
ever talked to him?
Oh yeah.
He talks about music and
theory
his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about two things.
That's it.
He doesn't really drink. I can't get him to drink. I'm like, dude, have some fucking drinks with me, you know? He drinks a little bit, and he's just straight music. It's how do I promote this? How do I do this? How do
There's
I?
a guy in Tattooed Strings that doesn't have a bottle of vodka in his backpack.
the little vanillas. Those little vanilla shits.
Yeah. These guys show up to my studio every time, and they're just like, they go to their backpack, and all of a sudden, it's everybody's getting.
You got one now?
No, it's too early. It's too early, man. I'm like, no, that's after. My dad's retired now, so he's like after 4.
Right.
Mine's a little bit like maybe after practice now. You know what I mean?
Hell
I have a
yeah.
son and shit, so shit's changed.
Yeah.
But
that's how it goes, man.
But yeah, and then Scott, I called up Scott and I was like, listen, man, I know you're a guitar instructor at the Institute. We're looking for a guitar player. You know any guys that might fit with us or something? And he wrote me this like
10-page
thing, like, oh yeah, you guys, you'd be good with this. And at the end, he goes, I don't know anyone that will fit you, but I would be interested in coming down. So,
Nice.
so he came down, and he was the most prepared. It was the most prepared fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, he played our songs. It was like we didn't miss a beat.
There's 2 guys in Denver that I think embody that exact same thing: Scott and Jace Hill.
And they play together in a band.
Mm-hmm.
I went and saw them.
If you follow Jace Hill around, he does a bunch of solo shows, or he plays cover stuff with a couple bands. He carries a 3-ring binder.
Yeah.
And it's like 5 inches thick, and it's every song he knows or has ever played. It's the lyrics and tabs, and I mean, he's everything.
I can spill the beans because he's pretty much it's all over the place. He's been doing a couple dates with Firefall.
Yeah, Firefall brought him into that.
Nice.
Yeah, the dude is insane. Him and Scotty are like the 2 guys. If like someone from, let's say, Austin called and said, we're sending a guy up for a guitar off.
Yeah, or if someone like if Velvet Revolver lost a guitar player and they wanted one, you'd be like, well, there's 2 guys in Denver. You want these guys?
You're not in the speakers.
That's because it'll feedback like a motherfucker.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that I'm not just talking to myself.
I'm on.
And they're both so cool on stage.
Yep.
And off stage.
The hair.
Like
and off stage. I mean that's no doubt. I mean, that's why we hang out with them.
Jace Hill could turn a dude gay.
Yeah.
Like, he's that pretty in the hair and just the smooth.
I guess Michael contacted him when we were looking for a guitar player, and he never got back to Mike in time, and we had already hired Scott, and he was like, man, I should maybe got back to you guys because we were about to go play the Fillmore. And anyway, I just got a text and I have to announce it because it's huge for my life. You guys might not like it.
Bring it.
LeBron just went home to Cleveland.
What?
Oh, did he sign?
He just signed with Cleveland.
Nice.
And I'm so excited.
My family's all there.
I'm so excited. I'm a huge LeBron fan.
Yeah,
I was a big AI fan. I grew up playing hoop.
Sure.
I was a big AI fan. As soon as I saw LeBron on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I was like, yo, this kid's
He's
the shit.
the man.
And then he was on Sports Illustrated, his high school game.
When he was in high school, my youngest brother was in high school at the same time. And
in Ohio?
In Ohio.
Back in Cleveland.
Okay.
He's back.
He went to St. Vincent St. Mary High School. They were in my brother's high school's conference. They used to move the home games for St. Vincent St. Mary to Akron U, the Zips Arena, because they
sold out.
Because they couldn't house them, and people would scalp tickets to a high school basketball game for $100 a pop.
It holds 10,000.
And they would sell out, and people would scalp tickets for $100 for a high school basketball game.
That's nuts.
Well, as you can see, he just took over SportsCenter since they lost.
Oh yeah,
it's
been all about
LeBron
him.
watch.
It's been LeBron and Melo for the last 2 weeks.
No,
3 weeks
it's
now.
LeBron, and they're finding out where Melo is.
Right.
So that means Melo's going to sign back with the Knicks.
Yep, and Bosch is going to go to the Rockets.
Bosch,
but
I heard Bosch was going to the Rockets,
but Kevin Love said he would come to Cleveland.
That's what I heard. Is K-Love was coming, or Pau Gasol? They were talking about either one.
I want Kevin Love bad.
I would love to see K-Love.
Pau Gasol said he would sign anywhere that LeBron.
Well, yeah, shit.
I also
K-Love though. K-Love's big. That's huge, man. Because K-Love is gone
25
so
and 14 every
underappreciated. I mean,
Yeah.
that guy's like one of the most underappreciated
And-
centers.
And now the whole move by LeBron was like, yo, no one would go play with him in Cleveland. They're like, you're the man.
Yeah.
You're the prince of the NBA at the
Right.
time. So he left. He went to the finals 4 times, won 2 championships. But now he's going to go back to Cleveland, and they've had like 5 number 1 picks since he's been
Right.
gone because
Yeah.
they're the worst team every year.
Well, you don't even know the
he's got
That
a
was the
squad.
plan all
He's
along.
got a squad. It was a plan. So I'm happy for dude, man.
You
and
don't even
going
know
back
the
home.
heartbreak of when LeBron left Cleveland. I
Not
mean,
anymore.
people.
Oh,
people
they're partying right now.
Oh
in
yeah,
Cleveland.
all those
We're on
people
the
that
verge
burn
of
those
suicide.
jerseys are
They're buying new
bombing right now.
jerseys.
They're in the store right
I
now.
hope he gets a new number, a new start.
Everything.
I'm excited.
Well,
man.
we've got 12 minutes left of showtime. We need
We
to get
gotta
your
hear
ass in
Charlie.
the studio B.
All right, so check it out. I'm gonna do something completely different than fuck you would ever think
Bring
I
it,
was gonna
brother.
do.
All right, great. Let's
Bring
jump.
So
Come on over.
All right, man.
We'll be right back. Charlie Schubert.
Yes. Yo, thanks for having me, guys.
Fighting in the dance halls happens anyway. Sometimes it makes me stop and think, but most times it makes me turn away. Sometimes it makes me stop and think, but most times it makes me turn away. Sometimes it makes me stop and think, but most times it makes me run away.
There's no pictures on the wall at the county's ward. In this hospital bed where I'm laying, and the chaplains, they don't bother to come in no more. Lord knows it's too late for praying when you're here. You might have a day, son, you might have a year. It's too late for praying when you're here. There's no back door to the county's ward to slip through when death he comes calling. There's just one corridor that leads to this floor. One fatal trip sends you falling down. No angels will catch you as you sink through the ground. One fatal trip sends you down. Are talking, no doctors take looks at the chart on the hook hanging from your bed's foot. There's no windows on the wall of the county's ward. It's whitewashed from floor to the ceiling, and no shadows are cast, and there's always a draft. In these halls you won't find no healing when you're here. Left away faster than a dog shears. It's too late for praying when you're here. It's too late for praying when you're here. Yeah, it's too late for praying when you're here. It's too late for praying when you're lying here.
back, Unfiltered and Unaffected, right here, live, Studio B, worldviral.tv. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlie Schubert.
Life worth living and living life until the very end. I write these words cause these words will always breathe again. I walk alone and then these streets are filled with empty souls. I call on God cause God, He knows we're all alone. The reality of this is that truth within. Time before the time again, and it's that time that mends. Time to shine, time to hurt, and time just passes by. To life, the truth within is what my heart defines. Move on. Move on. Do your talking and move on your way. Move on. Yeah. I got some change in my pocket, I'ma pass it to a friend. I've had lots of changes in my life, but I wouldn't change a thing. Times where the sun shines through every second and it kept me warm. Learning to take in these bids, the words were taking on form. Hey yo, blowing up this studio in Herman's and shit. I got Trevor on the mic, man fighting and shit. And I'm just following his life. He's all married and shit, and he's got a house full of women. Hey, it ain't that bad, come on. Move on. Move on. Do your talking and move on your way. Move on. Yeah.
Mr. Charlie Schubert, ladies and gentlemen. Tattooed Strings. You can check them out on Facebook.
You can also find them on the website, tattooedstrings.com.
They got a show coming up. They're playing the Gothic next week.
July 18th.
July 18th, the Gothic Theater. Check them out. Tickets are available. We skipped over Dinner and a Movie. I will tell you right now, without giving a full review, Begin Again. It's in theaters now.
Right.
Go check it out.
I hear it's pretty
It's
fantastic.
fucking good. It's, in my opinion, if people will slow down their lives and stop and watch a cool movie, it is this generation's Empire Records. It's kind of that whole fuck the corporate structure and just do it your own way.
Everything
Find
we're
a way-
trying to do.
Try to get it off.
Yeah.
Don't break the movie down and try to, this musically it wasn't this and this. Just watch the damn movie and the meaning behind it. It's a good fucking movie.
Nice.
Mark Ruffalo, Adam Levine, Keira Knightley. It's great. It's in movie theaters right now.
You
Go
can
see it.
actually see a trailer for the movie on our movie club button.
Yes, you can.
At worldviral.tv. Go to the Unfiltered Unaffected
There's like
show
7
or
movies
movie
right
club
now
button.
that I have premieres, advanced screenings for.
Get out there,
if you
see
wanna
some
go
movies.
see some free movies, get on there and sign up for them.
And then we'll be back next week. I got a few restaurants I need to hit over the next
Cool.
week, and we'll get that. Thanks again to Charlie Schubert. Abby Alt, thank you so much for coming out today.
Dave Shull.
Dave Shull, always.
Dave Shull kind of reminds me of the character that Married to Angelina Jolie,
Brad Pitt
plays in True Love or True Romance.
Oh yeah,
Just the
yeah,
guy on the
yeah.
fucking couch.
Yeah, we need to get him the bear. We need to get him like the bong
He's
bear.
just on the
man.
couch, and then you're like, Thanks
we
for coming
just
by,
have
man.
him smoking a bowl out of the honey bear
That was
every
Brad Pitt,
day.
the guy sleeping on the couch in True Romance. It's fucking Brad Pitt.
Thanks again to Robbie Knievel,
Levi Troutman.
Levi Troutman, Kamikaze Kid, and
Mini Mike.
Mini Mad Mike Cook will be back here in a couple weeks, and we're gonna get down and have some fun on the streets of Denver. And we might set some shit on fire and have him drive through it. I don't know.
Can we do that in the back parking lot?
There's still 2 minutes of broadcast time, guys.
Still 2 minutes of broadcast.
We're all hurrying through. Oh my god!
We're not.
I don't know
We're
what's
not done
next.
yet.
Well, maybe we should go out on Charlie June another number for us, man. You got anything? Oh, that would be interesting.
It's on.
I know he's crazy. No, but we could show that video. That's always a fun one.
Which one?
Really?
We show that at the end of every show, man. That's the best part of this show.
I'll get
kidding
down.
me?
Oh, I gotta.
Have you not seen? Have you seen this yet, Charlie? Have you seen the video of his wrestling match?
Chris came to
It's
one of my
dope.
jiu-jitsu tournaments and filmed one of my matches and set it to music.
Yeah.
It'll take me 1 second.
Yeah, let's see it.
Total domination.
Thank you to Dave Shull. Thank you to Mad Malice. Thank you to WorldViral.tv. Chris Thomas, as always, our steady and faithful producer, got us through another one. We appreciate you, man. And Colorado Music Buzz and everybody else that supports the show, man. Thank you guys.
We do have some sponsors, huh?
I'm sure we got a few out there.
Dave
man.
Shull Designs.
Yeah.
Gotta
We
give
got a
big
few
love
out
to
there,
Dave
man,
Shull
for
Designs.
sure.
Also, Choke Artist Geese are a huge sponsor of mine that take care of me getting into tournaments and competing.
Nice. I'll tell you what. Who needs to be a huge sponsor is. I still can't say this right.
Koyos.
Chris Miller brought this stuff into us a couple weeks ago. Unleash Your Mental Titan.
This is the shit.
This is what we're waking up to with every day now,
It's
Chris.
mental
So-
supplements. It's brain food.
You guys are all taking that shit?
Oh man, yeah, we're all wired. It's like
Dude,
it's,
we didn't sleep at all, dude. Like, I
none of us slept. Yeah,
Really?
that was ridiculous.
You don't need sleep,
man.
you just play
No,
music all
I need
night.
sleep.
Yeah, we do
but
whatever,
that stuff
man.
is it's brain food. It's everything that creates higher
Really?
brain function. Yeah, it's all natural. It's not a
rad.
bunch of synthetic
But hey,
shit.
we appreciate all the love, man. We know the show's continuing to grow, and we couldn't do it without all you guys that are out there, all of our wonderful guests that come in and check us out and give us their time and come out of their days. We know most of the people we deal with are artists who
Blah, blah,
sleep
blah.
in,
Go to the
so-
video.
Fuck off.
Oh, we can't hear it.
Oh, so horny. Oh, damn. Oh, so horny. I can do it. Look at that.
Thank you guys.
It's already good with the logo of the song. Like, as soon as someone came over, I was like,
Nice. That was a fun show.
Yeah, thanks guys, man. I
But fast.
appreciate you guys.
That was 10 pounds of shit in 5